7 days before the wedding, Ethan shaved off all my long hair while I was asleep. That night, Nina arrived with wavy curly hair, pretending to apologize. "I'm so sorry, Clara. Ethan and I were just pranking around. I lied to him that I'd shaved my head to become a nun. I never thought he'd shave his own head to make me feel better, and then he did the same to you." Ethan, assuming I'd throw a tantrum, quickly stepped in front of her. "It was my idea to shave the hair. Leave Nina out of this. Hair grows back. We can just wear wigs for the wedding, okay?" He had no idea I'd already decided not to marry him. My parents had found me a month earlier and asked me to move abroad with them. Just moments ago, I'd bought a plane ticket to France. After 8 years together, I didn't want a messy breakup. So I stayed silent, staring at him without a word. "Clara, I didn't think this through," Ethan mumbled, his head lowering as he reached for my hand. Before he could finish, Nina popped out from behind him, pouting. "Don't be mad at Ethan, Clara. You're getting married soon. Don't fight over this. And he even shaved his head with you." I quietly looked at the person in front of me who pretended to be innocent. Suddenly, it felt ironic. My expression irritated Nina. Her face turned ugly for a moment. Then it turned into a grievance. "Sister Clara, isn't it satisfying that I shaved my hair too?" The appearance of reddened eyes. "It's as if I'm the one who started it." "Okay," I smiled faintly, eyes fixed on Nina. The long, shiny black hair. "Since you want to shave, you're done. Originally, this incident started because of you." Nina didn't expect me to say that. Breathing suddenly stopped. He panicked for 2 seconds before calming down. He picked up the scissors on the table with red eyes, looking up at Ethan with tears in his eyes. "As long as Sister Clara can be happy, I can do anything." Ethan's face darkened. "Hair only. As long as my sister can forgive Brother Shicheng. I don't care at all." With that, he closed his eyes. His face was full of pain. He was still crying and screaming. Filled with grievances, he raised his hand. Sure enough, the next second, a powerful force snatched the scissors from Nina's hand. Smack! Thrown heavily on the floor. Ethan's face was extremely ugly. "Clara, Nina is still young. You just can't let him." "I cut my hair. What does it have to do with him?" "It's just a haircut. You're making such a fuss." I had to force him to cut it too. His brow furrowed. "Nina has loved beauty since she was a child. You made her hairless. How did she go out to meet people after that? You don't know how much her psyche will hurt. You can't be obedient a little bit. Don't be so vexatious. Listen to her. The tip of my nose is a little sour. It's as if all these years of dedication are a joke. Ethan, I'm your girlfriend. Your fiancé." I clenched my fists. Suppressed voices. "You've got the difference." I don't know which of my words irritated Ethan. He was suddenly emotionally excited. The tone is annoyed. The bruises in the neck bulged. "Clara, what are you doing in a yin and yang? I have nothing but brother and sister affection for Nina. There is innocence between us. Don't be so suspicious all the time. It's obviously a very small thing. Why do you always hold on?" As the words fell, Ethan took Nina's hand. "Turn away." Before leaving, he looked back at me deeply. "Think for yourself, Clara. It is unlucky to meet before marriage. Not these days. This matter is just a small trick. Don't speak out. It's going to be bad for Nina." Full. Ethan is all from Nina's point of view. Never thought of me. The sound of the door closing stopped. It echoed in my ears. Ethan's last words before leaving. "In 7 days, I will still come to marry you." I looked up at the ceiling bitterly. "Ethan, I'm not going to marry you. Never." The sun outside the window had long since set. I was sitting on the balcony, quietly looking at the traffic outside. I was in a daze for a long time, before he took out his phone from his pocket. Weibo prompted me that someone I regularly visited had posted something. Thinking it was Ethan, he clicked on it. Unexpectedly, it turned out to be Nina. It's a 1-minute video. Blue sky and white clouds. The tall camphor trees also emit cicada chirps. Ethan stood under the tree. I smile at the person who photographed it with gentle remembrance. Nina, you see. There are still words on the trunk that we carved 2 hours later. The breeze ruffled his hair. He's so good. In my own hands, when you sit alone in the dark. They were laughing and laughing. Revisit. Video caption. Fortunately, you are still by my side. Netizens who don't know why. Infected by the intimate action of the two. Sending blessings one after another. Childhood sweethearts are a good match. What kind of idle drama plot is this? I'm wooden, God. Please let them get married quickly. As everyone knows, I am the Civil Affairs Bureau. The blessings of all colors are eye-catching and stinging. The ribcage seemed to be pressed by a heavy object. I can't breathe. Soon after, Nina replied with a comment below. Don't get me wrong. My brother is getting married soon. My sister is beautiful. At the end, I was also intimately eyed. But just 2 minutes. My Weibo has fallen. The private messages in the comment area are extremely vicious. Green tea, white lotus, little 3. Some people even scolded me to die. I hold my phone's fingers. I couldn't stop trembling slightly. Memory reflux. I suddenly remembered the past. Ethan and I met in college. Welcome party for freshmen. He kept me at the end of a man who maliciously made me drink. After that, we became acquainted. The second half of freshman year. He pursued me. Send flowers, buy gifts. Pick me up and drop me off from school. He was as gentle as he could be. As a person who has not had parents since childhood, I quickly became immersed in his attack. We were together at the time of the first snowfall. He hugged me, warmed my hands, smile a lot. Ciao ciao, why do I like you so much? Later I learned about Nina's existence. Ethan's explanation to me was, it's just a dull kiss set by adults when I was a child. It doesn't count. Ciao ciao, I have already divorced. Nina is just a sister to me. I'm the only one I like. At first, Nina will also converge. Gradually, she revealed her true nature. Eat Ethan's leftover cake. Wear his pajamas. Intimate holding his arm and shopping. He even slept in his bed. Remember one time? He leaned into my ear. Whisper your sister. Don't you feel like a junior? That time, I had a big fight with Nina. In exchange for a month-long cold violence from Ethan. Since then, Nina became more and more arrogant. I want to change it to before. I'm going to make a big fuss. And now, I read all the bad reviews with a blank face. Raised his hand and liked Nina's Weibo. I pinched my cheek. Stand up and go pack your things. It's time to leave. From now on, Ethan and Nina all the things. It's none of my business. 3 days later, there was a knock on the door of the room which had been quiet for a long time. I walked out of the bedroom in my slippers. Just in time to see Ethan bending down at the entrance door to change his shoes. He saw me. A smile was revealed. Clara, why haven't you replied to my messages these days? I'm very responsible, heart for you. I suddenly remembered. Ethan keeps messaging me these days. I ignored it. Don't want to reply. Isn't it okay to be tired? I replied indifferently. Ethan's smile stiffened on his face. I ignored his expression. Just about to turn away. Ethan was the first to open his mouth. I'm here today. That's what I came to explain. He walked over. Hold me from behind. His back was against his chest. He spoke slowly to explain that Nina was just a child. You don't want to be like him. Nina and I grew up after all. I'm getting married soon. He must have felt uncomfortable in his heart. But I swear, he raised his right hand. Thus solemnly. There is a sincere light in his eyes. He and I have always behaved. Never overstepping. Ciao ciao, I promise. Wait until we get married. I must keep my distance from him. Ethan was serious. But my heart doesn't fluctuate. You see, he also knows what to do. What not to do. Well, I nodded faintly. Break free of his embrace. Look up into his eyes. But I want to reiterate. I'm not a junior between you. We're in this together. It's also me that you chase. I know, I know. Ethan said yes. A quick nod. Then he said something ambiguous. Nina, kid, it's all a joke. But I don't like it. I didn't seem to expect me to be so tough. Ethan was stunned for a moment before he could react. Bow your head and coax, baby. I said the wrong thing. It's time to fight. His voice was doting and helpless. Seeing that I didn't react, his face was ugly for a moment. Ethan reined in his hidden emotions. Take out the bag on the table. I saw someone in the park yesterday wearing a couple's outfit. I guess you like it. I bought you a set too. Let's dress together. Well, a fiery kiss landed on my cheek. I stared blankly at the bag in his hand. Instantaneous trance. When we first got together. I'm full of it, too. Girls like everything that comes in pairs. Couple's outfit, couple's tooth cup, couple's water glasses, bracelets for couples. But whenever I'm in the mood, when holding a carefully selected thing for him to see, Ethan would always pour cold water on me with a frown. Clara, how old are you? Don't be so naive. Besides, Nina is young. When you see us like this, you want to make a fuss. Nina is only 2 years younger than me. But in Ethan's eyes, he's just a child. Anything can be accommodated. At that time, I was aggrieved and sad. And now, I don't need to. Let it go. I put away the contemplation on my face. As I spoke, Ethan saw that my attitude had softened. He took my hand further. Naturally, ask me, Clara. What is the size of your wedding dress? Is there still a size smaller? I pursed my lips and didn't answer. In my silent gaze, he stumbled on what Nina said. As long as we get married, let him be a bridesmaid. He won't haunt me in the future. Isn't it good for us to live a good life? Oh, I laughed in my heart. It was the same thing I wore at the wedding. For fear that other people will not know about their relationship. It's disgusting. Ethan, you ding-dong. A very inopportune WeChat prompt sound interrupted my mouth. It was a message from Nina. Brother Shiching is really stupid. Buying couples is big. Sister number 1 should wear it just right. And your wedding dress, I love it. Remember to set a size smaller. At this moment, the blood flow surged. All the grievances, discomfort, depression, and forbearance that have accumulated in the bottom of my heart. All erupted. I almost slapped Ethan out of character. Yell at him, you're really not a man. Ethan, who was slapped for no reason. Instant anger. Clara, you're crazy. Am I crazy? Who is the crazy person after all? I smiled coldly. Suppress the anger in your chest. Open your eyes and look at Ethan. That's your good. My sister was silent to death. Ethan vanished. The drum was blowing, and his throat felt like he was choked. It was a long time before he struggled to open his mouth. Nina, he's just a kid, right? No. I knitted this suit for you. He was in a hurry to explain. I taunted him at his word. So you can wear a couple outfit with 2 people at the same time. Clara, you're the only one I love. He panicked. You want to rush over and hug me? I dodged sideways. His outstretched arms stopped in midair. Instantly red eyes. Clara, can you trust me? I really want to marry you. He looked at me wistfully. Somewhat pitiful. But I don't want to leave Ethan with entanglement. He turned around and closed the door. It doesn't matter to me anymore whether it's true or not. Because I no longer have any extravagant expectations for him. I had a lot of dreams that night. After waking up the next day, I have a splitting headache. Trembling out of bed. Pushing open the door, I found the living room empty. I curled the corners of my lips self-deprecatingly. Ethan wasn't there. But there was a hot meal on the table. And that's still so many years. Ethan cooked for me for the first time. Remember the past. Nina often shows off in front of me. Brother Shiching's cooking skills are good. Anything will be done. My sister must have eaten it many times like me. At that time, I was always hurt by Nina's angry heart, pestering Ethan to cook for me. but he always finds excuses. And now, the long-awaited thing has suddenly come true. I didn't have the slightest joy, even a little nausea. I have no hesitation. Emptied the contents of the table into the trash. Then he kept returning the wedding dress. Check out of the hotel. I did everything for the wedding. Ethan said he was relieved that I was doing something. Now think about it. He's not reassured. I didn't pay attention to it at all. Maybe in his heart, weddings don't matter at all. After I withdrew everything, he began to throw furniture and candy in the house again. Since you're leaving, it has to be thorough. Leave no trace. Just as I was packing, an uninvited guest came. It's Ethan's mother. Her mother was a delicate and powerful woman. She always looked down on me. She just walked in the door. He yelled at Clara. Your mother didn't teach you the most basic etiquette. She knows. I am an orphan. I clenched my fists, stared at him fiercely. He's still chattering. Reading between the lines is full of dissatisfaction. What you look at. Before he got married, he dared to beat his husband. Sure enough, he was not educated. If you can be half as good as Nina. I'm not going to do that. Get married now. Nina doesn't want to be a bridesmaid. Jealousy is so strong, occupies someone else's position, and is arrogant. Clear conscience. You're still going to be shameless. The tone is full of sarcasm and accusations. I don't want to endure the stiff backlash any longer. Since you like Nina so much, why don't you let her be your daughter-in-law? My words infuriated him. He was about to pounce with his teeth and claws. I grabbed his arm with my backhand, throwing the person on the couch. Say, Auntie, you know that too. I have no father or mother. There is no upbringing. I stared at him. He was startled by my cold gaze, timidly stood up. Before leaving, he also left a vicious word of Clara. You wait, I will not let you marry into my family. That same evening, Sushi Ching is back. Go home earlier than usual. He looked at the empty house. 2 hard beds. The expression on his face disappears. He looked at me again and again. Eyes fell on my face. Ethan pulled out a far-fetched laugh. It's okay, Clara, we're going to get married soon, anyway. It's good to pack up the furniture. After getting married, we're going to get a new house. He rambled on, but there was no mention of the afternoon's events. I know. He knew how his mother wouldn't complain to him. After all, in the past few years, he has always found fault from time to time. Say I'm not educated. As soon as there is a wind in grass, just tell Ethan nonstop. Because of his mother, Ethan and I also quarreled. It's late, Clara. You go and rest first. Wedding bridesmaid thing. He looked up at my state expression. We're discussing. Ethan wanted Nina to be her bridesmaid. He is struggling and professional. He had already betrayed his mind. It's been a busy day. I've long been physically and mentally exhausted. Turning around and dragging his sleepy body into the room. After a while, I heard a voice in the hallway. Then there was the sound of doors opening and closing. Ethan left. Leave and leave. I snuggled up in the quilt and thought, it's almost over anyway. I'll be leaving soon, too. A dreamless night. The next morning, I just brushed my teeth. Had breakfast. One after another, the message beeps rang out. I took out my phone and clicked on Weibo. When you see the title of the first hot search, I couldn't help but laugh. Finally understood. Yesterday, before Ethan's mother left. You wait for me. What does that mean? Nina posted a Weibo post at 2 a.m. Put yourself and Ethan's story. The description of adding oil and vinegar came out. That's called a bang. Heroic. The sadomasochistic love is deep. And I'm in this story. Is an out-and-out female junior. It was I who ruined their feelings. What did Chime steal her position from the sky? The reading volume of the 3 watches in the middle of the night is outrageously high. It was on the hot search early this morning. The following is all for him. Nina picked one of the most typical responses. My brother is about to get married. I can only wish my brother happiness. And below this comment. And Ethan's mother's thumbs up. Nina, baby, don't cry. Auntie will always love you the most. The two sang and harmonized. Lead the crowd to vent their anger on me. 10,000 private messages of insults. I sent a screenshot to Ethan. Do you care about this? He called me quickly. I'm connected. Ethan's low, flat voice came out. Cha-cha, Mom and Nina are both childlike tempers. They didn't mean to. You don't take it too seriously. And this kind of thing is getting darker and darker. My explanation will only magnify the situation. When the time comes, the impact will not be good. Ciao ciao. He gently tempted us to get married the day after tomorrow. When the time comes, all rumors will be self-defeating. We'll just wait and see. The strength of the hand holding the phone increases. I bit my lip tightly. The light in his eyes dissipated little by little. The last of the tolerances vanished without a trace. I lowered my eyelashes. Say yes softly. When it's time to start a live stream. Let all see. I gave into weakness. Puts Ethan in a good mood. It's good to have you. Baby, I smile. It's just that we don't see each other until we get married. If you are unlucky, you will listen to it. Hung up the phone. I turned my head to look out the window. Something seems to have broken through the ground. It grows like crazy. A few days before the wedding. I stayed up all nights. Take a screenshot of the video chat that you painstakingly found. Consolidate into a single folder. Stored in a USB stick. I'm going to give Ethan a big gift at my wedding. The wedding came as promised. The makeup artist exclaimed next to me. Miss Lynn, you are so beautiful. I smiled faintly. I involuntarily clenched the things in my palm. The ceremony officially began. I am in the eyes of all. A white fishtail wedding dress slowly walked towards Ethan. He was dressed in a well-tailored suit. Cold and noble. Clara, will you marry me? He held up the ring. The gaze is gentle and doting. I felt a look of extreme malice. I twisted, my head meeting Nina's sinister eyes. After turning around, I watched silently. Ethan, eyes of sincere anticipation, slowly opened his mouth. Excuse me. I don't want to. The voice did not fall. The big screen behind me played an extremely explosive video. The men and women inside are doing restrictive movements. The heroine is Nina. Her eyes cracked. I don't have the appearance of everyone's girlfriends. Screaming and pounced. The video was obviously bought out by me. Where did you get that? Your ex-husband gave it to me, of course. I poked him lightly. This time, Ethan understood. Why did Nina get out of the marriage in the first place? It turned out that she was married. She was even pregnant. Miscarriage. The video is not long. 2 minutes, followed by the next one. Just listen to Ethan's mother's shrewd voice, coming from the stereo, reverberated throughout the ballroom. Her words were unbearable. It's all insults to me. Crowd of guests. Someone started whispering. Clara, what are you doing here? Ethan yelled at me. I don't answer. Instead, he took off the crown on his head. With a wig, showing my bald head. The hall was in an uproar. Through the video, everyone heard Ethan's words at the time. And there is also Nina deliberately. Weibo and moments that only I can see. Those provocative insults. Video by video. Picture by picture. It is the grievances and injustices I have suffered for many years. Someone was fighting for me. Sharp language becomes a sharp knife. Stabbed Ethan and Nina. The scene was chaotic for a while. Ethan almost ran over. The power was cut off. Noisy vocals. I heard Ethan's roar. But what does all this have to do with me? I dragged the long hem of my wedding dress. Resolutely walked to the entrance of the banquet hall. The sun is just right outside. A warm breeze swept across my cheeks. I breathed greedily into the outside air. Looking up, I saw the white clouds in the sky. Like a bird that breaks out of its cage. At this moment, I got my own freedom. The sky is high and the sea is wide. Some will never see each other again for the rest of their lives. 25 years of life. For the first time, I spent a spring festival with my family, even if it's in a foreign country. But happiness still hangs over me. More than 3 months have passed since the day of the divorce. My hair has grown quite a bit too. Winters in Country F are unusually cold. My mother knitted a scarf and a hat for me. Obediently, you see if this dress looks good. Looking at the gentle and loving eyes of my mother, tears wet his eyes. Good looking, I have a nasal infarction. What's wrong, good? Isn't it unaccustomed to living here? The way I looked scared him. He hurried in front of me. Touch my face. Kiss me on the forehead. Is it not unwell? I shook my head in panic. But the tears couldn't stop flowing. A familiar male voice came from behind him. I turned my head. I saw my dad coming over with a string of rock sugar gourds. His shoulders were wet from the rain and snow, but he had a smile on his face. I really don't know how far he ran down the street. I bought a bunch of sugar gourds here. I cried louder. It attracted the attention of many passers-by. Mom took me in her arms, caressed my back. It's okay, obediently. You'll have mom and dad in the future. In the future, I will also have children with parents. I thought silently. It's good that time passes like this. We spent the new year in Country F. My father and mother took me back to China to worship my ancestors. What a surprise. Our hometown is also in Yanqing. Although I haven't met anyone I shouldn't have seen. But after half a year, I heard about Ethan again. Listened to a journalist friend of mine. After I left on the day of the wedding. A lot has happened. Nina's true face is revealed. He disguised his face for a long time. The tool was torn apart. Ethan hated him, even in his incessant entanglement. Slapped him several times. His parents also felt disgraced to him. Cut ties with him. Ethan's mother wasn't a fuel-efficient lamp. At the wedding, he pinned Nina to the ground and beat her. Nearly ruined her face. Later, the incident became more and more intense. The internet exploded. Ethan's family was doxxed. I receive all kinds of threatening letters every day. And scary dolls. Ethan's company was hit hard. Investors divest. The project is out of business. His assets were also frozen by the bank. For a moment, Ethan was like a plague. Avoided by others. He is a rising star from the industry. Turned into a desolate dust. At one point, someone insulted Ethan offline. His mother couldn't take it anymore. So he drove into the man. He was later taken away by the police. He was convicted of wounding for 6 months. I was only recently released from prison. How about it? The trick is not angry. Hannah's excited voice came from the microphone. She's a journalist. I was able to fight back at the wedding. Thanks to her. Like this kind of scumbag. You should leave them to fend for themselves. I'll tell you. Recently I heard another piece of gossip. I heard that Ethan Hannah was still chattering, but I can't listen anymore. It was as if there was a cloud of fog around it. Can't see, can't hear clearly. Opposite the traffic light intersection. I was seeing a familiar figure. It's Ethan. A surprise encounter. Let me be in a trance for a moment. I looked down and walked quickly past him. But he shouted, "Buy furniture and get 100 off over 1,000. It's at the intersection of Chumpong Road." There was an extra leaflet in front of me. Ethan leaned over slightly. When I looked up and saw my face, he couldn't help but tremble slightly. He's gone. Covered in darkness. When you open your mouth, your throat seems to be gagged. Morning is good. Long time no see. Ethan's voice is low and muddy. The face has darkened a lot. There are even a few gray hairs in the hair. The clothes on his body were crumpled. That's still the pride of the sky in the past. I really didn't expect it. I'll be able to meet you again. His eyes were red. The eyes carried the joy of reunion. I've always wanted to go abroad to find you. I want to apologize to you. I'm good. It's not early. It's time to hurry home. Someone interrupted him. A sedan with an expensive price was parked on the side of the road, the windows open. Mom's anxious tone came from inside. The housekeeper got out of the car, opened the car door for me. Respectfully, "Miss, please get in the car." I glanced back at the people. Plain answer. No need to apologize. The belated apology is worthless. After the drawing, I turned around and got into the car. Walk away. Ethan froze in place, staring at the exhaust fumes. The flyer in his hand fell to the ground, blown by the wind. In the next second, he was hit the back of the head. Damn, I won't get out of here. Latsu paid you to hire you. It's for you to work. It's not a girl's fishing. Look at your poor luck. You send out flyers for a month. I can't afford to buy a bag for others. Don't be a toad and want to eat swan meat. Whimsical. The fat man shoved Ethan, scolding. Grandmas, hurry up and pick up the flyer. Give it to Lao Tzu. If you can't get a customer today. Lao Tzu fried your squid. He looks like a ghost. The little white face can't look down on you. Ethan clenched his fists. The joints are sizzling. Self-esteem was crushed at this moment. I'll make him forgive me, he muttered to himself. Chow Chow is the most soft-hearted. He will definitely forgive me. When the time comes, my family will definitely go back to the way it used to be. Since that day on the road by chance, Ethan appeared beside me out of nowhere. He went out of his way to cut his hair. I did cosmetology. Even bought the ill-fitting vest. Served, but it was still difficult to hide the exhaustion on his body. Ow ow, you love to eat the pancakes of the Lee family in Nanching. Send your roses. Previously what you wanted the most. I heard that Xiqing has opened a new couples restaurant. I deliberately set the location. In the evening we went to eat. Trix, the sunrise in Lingshan is very beautiful. I'll take you to see if it's okay. For a whole week, Ethan appeared before my eyes in a different way. I treated indifferently, but that didn't dampen his enthusiasm. He took out the posture of chasing me in his freshman year. But this time, I'm not going to give him any chance. Ethan, you're really boring. I spoke coldly. You think you're done with an apology? What are the grievances I've been wronged over the years? Why is there no Nina? You will no longer hold the moon with the stars. So come to me again. I looked down on him condescendingly. But you're no longer worthy of me. His expression vanished. Flowers fall to the ground. It's a little hard to speak. Chow Chow, that's what you think of me. I love you so much. He was aggrieved like a wounded child. I smiled disdainfully. Ethan, stop pretending to be pathetic. Don't try to win over me anymore. Your love is worthless. Don't think I don't know what's going on in your mind. I ran his arm away and stopped me. Don't you just think my parents are rich? I want to use their power to make a comeback. It seems that I have pierced my true face. Ethan's face was ugly. His eyes began to dodge. I continued to close in on him. It's all your own fault. If I really forgive you, then I'm really sick in the head. Ethan, save some face for yourself. When the words fell, I turned around without stopping. Didn't look back. I thought Ethan would stop pestering this way. Didn't expect him to remain the same. It has even intensified. Underground parking garage entrance. I saw two familiar figures in the distance. Ethan's mother has had a lot of vicissitudes. On the face, crawling with wrinkles. Wear cheap clothes. The pungent smell of inferior perfume is all over the body. The two bowed their heads. I don't know what I'm whispering. Ethan's face was full of resistance. He caught a glimpse of me. The eyes lit up. Chow Chow, you're back. He had a smile on his face. Trotted to my side. You don't know. These months of your absence. Auntie misses you so much. Something before. Auntie too. Victim. It's all Nina's stinky bitch. Lie to me, Trix. She wanted to take my hand. I was quietly removed. She withdrew her hand in embarrassment. Continue. Auntie has actually always liked you. Look at you. Beautiful. And capable. Docile personality. Good temper too. The most important thing is that you are generous. the little things before. Auntie believes that you will not take it to heart. Is that right? Her voice is loud, deliberately pulling his voice. I smiled. Draw a line with her. You mean I don't forgive you? I'm just a small-bellied chicken intestine. No, that's not what Annie meant. Since it's not, then we'll get together and disperse. With that, I crossed over to the two. Straight home. Didn't go far. There was a loud bang behind him. Then came the heart-rending cry. Recruitment. It's Auntie, I'm sorry for you. But Xiqing is sincere to you. You don't want to forgive me. I can understand that, too. He collapsed to the ground in a daze. Like a shrew scolding the street. Splash and roll on the ground. But you can't be angry with Xiqing. He treats you as his life. When you were an orphan, he is the one who threatens me with his life to marry you. Now you are developed. We're down. You've kicked us in the foot. He began to babble gibberish. Kneel down and kowtow again. It's black and white upside down again. Attracted the attention of passers-by. It is said that people's words are terrible. He's making a fuss. Many people who don't know the truth will be upset for him. But what does that matter? Anyway, my parents and I will be leaving soon. I watched his performance in silence. Not a word. Look at the lively people. I don't know who shouted. This is not for the bride to shave her hair. Do you support the family of the junior on top? How can there still be a face out? But for a while, many people have seen the video of that time online. Just a minute or two. The conversation changed. Ethan and his mother became the target of public criticism. Taunts, insults from others. Contempt, disgust. Let Ethan, who has not spoken from beginning to end, erupt. The veins on his neck bulged. Redness of the eye sockets. Like a beast that has been imprisoned for a long time. He rushed into the crowd. He raised his fist and swung it over. What are you? Dare to talk about me? Believe it or not, I keep you from seeing the sun tomorrow. He fights with people. His mother went a pull. Was dragged by his hair and pressed to the ground, punched and kicked. It's all your fault back then. If you hadn't helped Nina's slut bully, how could he leave me? Now I have nothing. You're still out in disgrace. If not you, how can you not forgive me? How could I live such a life? It's all because of you. I'll kill you. Ethan lost his mind. It seems that the depression of the past half a year has an outlet. His mother's wail. He couldn't hear the howls of pain. I just know to raise my hand again and again. Fall down again. You and Nina are damned. Die. His eyes were scarlet. In the end, the police who arrived pulled him away. Ethan was taken away by a police car, and his mother was beaten by him and convulsed. Foaming at the mouth, he lay on the ground. I picked up my phone and dialed 120. This is my last mercy. He panicked for 2 seconds before calming down. I also listened to Hannah. The day after Ethan was captured, I went back to Country F with my parents. Hannah said, Ethan, it's too heavy. Severely injured his mother. Admitted to the ICU. And he paid the price for his actions. He was sentenced to 2 years and 3 months. Clara, it's a good thing you're not married to him. Hannah exhaled and said, I really didn't expect it. He turned out to be a hidden violent maniac. If you marry him, I don't know if I will abuse you after marriage. I sat in the yard, basking in the sun. Lazily took a sip of coffee. I hope he can reflect on himself in prison. I talked to Hannah for a while. I hung up. Ethan comes to mind. I just feel embarrassed. The flowers in the flower beds have begun to grow new leaves. The branches shook in the wind. I picked up my phone. It records the beginning of its life. I looked up at the sky. The clouds are rolling around. Wild geese flew by. Spring here comes very early. I looked down and muttered to myself, raise your face and smile. Mom, I want to go to the park to fly a kite. Okay, finished eating. We went as a family. End of full text.